StarSloop.
Have you ever wanted to do something different? Angie and I have had sailing adventures around the world. However, this time, Sailor, my mini-Aussie, and I are taking Galactica on an adventure on the American Great Loop. Angie and Miss Juno dropped us off at Michigancity, where we launched Galactica to begin our travels. Click subscribe and follow along as we journey down the Midwestern rivers, meeting new people, making friends with fellow loopers, exploring different places, and learning to navigate the locks and avoid those barges. The final goal in one or two segments is to make it to Pirates Cove Marina in Josephine, Alabama, where they make the absolute best bushwackers we've ever found. But it's the journey that is so much fun. Leaving Crowley's. It was really kind of them to allow me to stay there for free with power. There's also water, less potable, so I didn't really fill up my primary tank. But hey, we're underway. You ready to get underway, big guy? Okay, your water's up front. And I have morning coffee. Yeehaw! It's the important things. 92nd Street Bridge. Pretty interesting, Sailor? Ooh, nice and cool under here. Galactica had a folding solar panel, which we had used for a dozen years. I found out at Crowley's that it had finally died of old age. Fortunately, I had a new 400 watt and a new 600 watt flexible panels, which I could deploy once on the rivers. Is that pretty interesting, Sailor? Federal Shino. Check out those big, huge bulkheads there. They're loading it right now. It's either bulkheads or they're the caps to the actual cargo holds. They're enormous. That is so cool. Just spent the last 10 minutes, the old poly painter that I was towing higher purpose with snapped on me in the high winds. Unfortunately, the wind slowed down about the same time. So I quickly went around, grabbed it with the boat hook, retied it, and then got going, and probably went 2 minutes later, it snapped again. So I went around, grabbed it, lost my hat in the water, but I went ahead and grabbed that with the boat hook, and then I went ahead and went down and got a heavier line that I use for spring lines, and tied that on, repositioned the fuel tanks because the dinghy had 6 inches of water in it, which was not good. It was about to go down. So bailed that out, got it all back together. We're back underway, and we're just over a half mile from the entrance to Monroe Harbor, and I'm going to go find an anchorage in there. So, always an adventure. Day 2, leg 2. StarSloop on the loop with Sailor. Hi, buddy. You were a little concerned with me hanging off the back of the boat, weren't you? As Chicago grew in the 19th century, an ambitious engineer came up with these water intake cribs to bring fresh water to the city. They dammed up and reversed the river to flush the pollution downriver.
St. Louis tried to sue Chicago over it, but failed. It was important to me to keep both Sailor and myself hydrated throughout the journey. His life jacket had to have been hot on him.
Spill your water again. Getting ready to make dinner. I've got turkey and green pepper and cucumber, and I'll spice it up a little bit. Pretty good. Look at here. Boat just in front of me, that one there. He was, they were at anchor swimming, and they were where they were when you just saw them. They slowly have been drifting over towards us with their anchor dragging. He got about 25 feet in front of us. I thought we'd stand up and mention that I've been here since noon, and he realized, oh, he's dragging, so he picked it up and they moved off. And there's been a little regatta here going on, a whole bunch of little sailboats. So, I don't know, I'm probably aging myself, but I see that building there, and I always think of Adventures in Babysitting, where the kid was out sliding, crawling around there. But then I just wondered, what happens in the wintertime? When that thing gets covered with snow, is there a lot of avalanches of snow going down in the streets below? Just curious.
Chicago skyline, lit up with so many different lights, contained its own form of beauty. The wind had shifted with the storm brewing in the north. Even with the double seawalls, the anchorage became a bit rocky-rolly. I was the only boat on anchor during that night.
Day 3, leg 3 starting. Got out really early. Really didn't sleep anything past midnight because I was watching the boat, adjusting the anchor, making sure the line's not going to snap. I let out Monroe. It was a pretty rough night. Fortunately, I went to bed early, so I got some sleep. And the waves are going to tick up quite a bit. The wind is picking up. There's going to be a huge northerly storm coming in for the next several days. Water spouts are supposed to appear out here. So I'm going to make the decision to go ahead and start the lake now. Get on that.
I was figuring out how to single-hand the lines as the water level drops. Fortunately, the Chicago Harbor lock only drops a couple feet. It was a good place for me to learn. When the lockmaster blasted the all-clear horn, we entered the river. It was really exciting to me. We were entering the Midwestern River system.
Our first lock.
Steaming down the Chicago River was quite surreal. We've sailed Galactica in breathtaking canyons such as Lake Powell and Flaming Gorge, but this was so radically different. Sailor was having a ball as he watched joggers and dog walkers and people going to work in the early morning light. When we made the turn to continue the Chicago River, I noticed the building's cool reflection of Galactica towing higher purpose. Thanks for watching episode 2 of Sailor and my journey down the Midwestern rivers of the American Great Loop. Next week, in episode 3, we continue our journey through Chicago and down the rivers to Joliet, Illinois. If you're enjoying our adventure, click subscribe. See you next week. Thanks for watching episode 2 of Sailor and my journey through the Midwestern rivers of the...
Try that again.